Hi, my name is Brian, and today I'd like to walk you through finding duplicate photos using PowerPhotos. PowerPhotos works with your existing Apple's Photos library and can be downloaded for free at fatcatsoftware.com/PowerPhotos if you want to try it out. Once you have PowerPhotos installed, when you open it up, you'll see your Photos library displayed in the main window here on the left. To start a duplicate search, select Library Find Duplicates from the menu bar or click the Find Duplicates button in the toolbar. We'll start out just doing a basic search here, and then towards the end of the video, I'll go through some of the other options available when starting a search. Click Begin Duplicate Search, and PowerPhotos will begin analyzing your library looking for duplicate photos. PowerPhotos uses a visual matching algorithm to match photos together, so two photos don't necessarily have to be 100% identical in order for PowerPhotos to find them. For example, if one copy of a photo is a different size from the other or has been resaved using a different compression level or a different format, PowerPhotos will often still be able to match them up. PowerPhotos doesn't need the photo file names or other metadata to match in order to find duplicates, though you can add additional restrictions if you want to. More on that later. PowerPhotos can also find duplicate videos, but those do need to be 100% identical in order to be matched up. Once the search is finished, PowerPhotos will show you all the duplicates that it's found in your library and lets you browse through them. PowerPhotos will automatically go through and select one keeper photo from each group of duplicates and mark the rest of the duplicates to be moved to the trash. The keeper is denoted by a check mark above the photo, and the others will have a trash icon above them. Which photo is chosen from each group is controlled by configurable duplicate rules. The default rule, labeled PowerPhotos Recommendation, bases its choice on a number of different criteria, including whether the photo has been marked as a favorite, whether it's been edited, the photo's size, and other metadata. For most people, the default rule will work just fine, but if you want more control, you can create your own custom rule and tell PowerPhotos to select based on the criteria you value the most. You can also adjust PowerPhotos choices manually by toggling individual photos to either keep or move to the trash. You can do that by selecting a photo and clicking the Keeper or Trash buttons here at the bottom of the screen, or press the Return key to toggle between Keeper and Trash. If you don't want to use PowerPhotos automatic choosing at all and want to make all your choices manually, then you can select this Disable Auto Choosing from the Duplicate Rule pop-up menu right here. You can also use the View Show Subtitle menu to display photo metadata underneath each photo, which might be helpful if you're doing manual choices. Want to easily be able to compare things like keywords, captions, or file sizes. When you've made all your selections, then you can click the Trash Duplicates button to send all the extra duplicate photos to the trash. One thing that PowerPhotos takes into consideration that many other programs don't is whether any of the photos you're deleting belong to albums in your library. Normally, if you delete a photo from your library, that will also remove it from any albums it belongs to in the library. When you delete using PowerPhotos, though, it will look at each duplicate being deleted, and if that photo belongs to an album, it will replace the deleted duplicate with the corresponding keeper from the same duplicate group. This ensures that your albums will all remain intact even after deleting duplicates from the library. If you're hesitant to outright delete your duplicates right away, PowerPhotos also offers an option to take all the extra duplicates and collect them into an album instead. If you choose this Add the Album option, an album named PowerPhotos Duplicate Trash will be created in your library and populated with the duplicate photos. This will let you go through and look at them yourself to double check things. Then you can either delete them manually or just rerun the duplicate search again using PowerPhotos to delete them later. When you trash your duplicates, they'll be sent to the recently deleted album in your Photos library, where they'll stay for 30 days before Photos deletes them permanently. If you want to free up that disk space they're using right away, though, you can open your Photos library and select the recently deleted albums to see the deleted photos. There's then a Delete All button in the upper right you can click to delete the photos permanently and free up all that disk space. Or if you want to undo the deletion, you can select the photos to undelete and click the Recover button to move them back into your library. So that's how to run a basic search on your library. Now I'd like to return to the Setup screen and go through some of the other options there. As I mentioned before, PowerPhotos uses a visual algorithm to look at the photo content in order to perform its matches. However, in some cases, PowerPhotos might find visual matches that you don't want to be considered duplicates. For example, in some cases, you might have two copies of a photo in different formats, such as a RAW and a JPEG of the same photo. PowerPhotos will normally match these as duplicates, but if you don't want them to be matched up, you can enable the Format Must Match option right here, and that will ensure that a RAW is never matched up with a JPEG. There are other similar options that require the file name, date, or other metadata of the photos to be the same in order to be considered duplicates. Note that all these options will reduce the number of duplicates matched, so if you're looking for the most inclusive matching possible, you'll just want to leave all these options disabled. Lastly, if you have multiple photo libraries, you can do a duplicate search across more than one library at the same time by dragging the additional libraries into the search box here. This works pretty much as you'd expect, just doing the search across multiple libraries at once. Note, though, that if you ultimately want to use PowerPhotos' merge feature to merge your libraries together, the merge process itself can look for duplicates while it's doing the merge. So if you're looking at merging, you don't need to perform a separate duplicate search beforehand. You can just let the merge take care of weeding out duplicates. So that's how to delete duplicate photos from your Apple photo library using PowerPhotos. PowerPhotos is a free download and will let you perform a complete duplicate search to try it out and see how many duplicates it can find in your photo library. Purchasing a license will then allow you to delete the extra duplicate photos and free up the disk space they're using. If you have any questions about PowerPhotos, you can get in touch at fatcatsoftware.com/support. Thanks.